It took me so long and down so many different winding roads to arrive at this finding for the last 10 plus years. In everything I do, I had only one goal. It's to accumulate more and more wealth into my portfolio as fast as I can, so that I can achieve financial freedom earlier. But until after I invested in 5 houses, quit my corporate job, started my entrepreneur journey, became a loan agent, did 2+ years of YouTube, and haven't really got very far, I realized what I've been searching for all this time wasn't financial freedom. You think I'll be waiting until the end of the video to tell you the real answer? No, I was just gonna give it to you now. It's actually security. That's what I fundamentally wanted. To reach financial freedom is just one way to give me security towards my finances. Once financial freedom status is reached, my passive income will cover 100% of my annual expenses. I no longer have to care how much my boss or my coworkers like me or hate. I will be fine because they can fire me or lay me off anytime. I won't have a problem keeping my current living quality. What I've been searching for is this financial security. Diving deeper down this route, I realized that the reason why we want 100% financial security will allow me to not be afraid of other people's dissatisfaction in me. A more easily understood way to put it is, I'm afraid people don't like me. I'm afraid to be disliked. I've read a lot of books and articles and trying to search why this is. I found that it traces all the way back to our childhood. When we were a baby and younger age, we do not have the capabilities to make a living and pay for our own life choices. We had only one boss to please, and that will be our parents. Maybe a lot of you in my age group also have similar experience. When we were younger, our parents were not our only boss because there were the whole family trying to raise us. In China, I was born in a time where the government only allowed one-child policy. So I don't have any siblings. I do have a half-sister because my dad had to remarry, or my dad chose to remarry. From age 0 to 10, I had more than 4 bosses to please. There is my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, my aunts from mom's side, my aunts from dad's side. After my dad remarried, I also have to please my stepmom. So you see, there was a lot for me to juggle around when I was at a little age. If you compare that to a work environment, imagine you have that many stakeholders and boss. You don't want to work there. Lucky thing is, my boss that I reported to for most of the years under age 10 was my grandma and grandpa. They were the best boss I had in this world for any job I've had because they come in with a preconditioned love for me. So I was already liked and loved by them. It was much easier for me to meet their expectations. They also don't have much expectations for me. They just want me to go to school, get a good grade. That's all. Between my age 10 to 20, we had a reorg in our family. So I was brought over by my mom to America. So all of a sudden, I got a new boss. Just like a reorg in real life, you don't even know when it's coming or who is your new boss, and one day you got an email and an invitation to do this transition. The only difference is I didn't get that email or invitation. It's more of my mom come to China and be like, you're my jurisdiction, so I'm gonna take you over to America and live with me. So ever since I moved to America around the year 2000, I got my new boss, my mom, and she's a whole different animal. I won't go into it too deep because there's mom and child conflict kind of exists a lot in Asian families, or maybe in all families, but typical Asian parents have their problems with the child-parent relationship. But what I'm trying to summarize here is I have to learn how to observe people very well. In Chinese, it's called 察言观色. Basically, it's to observe the person's facial emotions, tones in their voice, to decide how to best interact with them. The penalties for guessing wrong or being disliked by my boss is getting yelled at very loudly or just have a physical penalty. Those still cause kind of a PTSD to me, even till today. Over the years, as I grow older, my skills in pleasing others has grown and developed. I had to meet new people in life because eventually I have real boss in real work, such as my first job was working at a Japanese restaurant. So I had to learn my manager at a Japanese restaurant to see how are they like, to observe them and do things that will please them. And that's very different from how to please my boss at my first internship at Panasonic, which is full of engineers and engineer manager. It requires very different ways of pleasing them. It's kind of like how you train a dog. You have to teach them behaviors and give them positive encouragements. So instead of getting teach me behaviors, I learn behaviors to try to please my customer, my boss, so that I will get a treat if I do it right, such as getting a bonus or salary bump. But do I naturally enjoy pleasing others? I'm no longer sure. I'm already 31 years old and I feel like observing people and then try to build a good relationship with them, try to do things that please them is already built into my blood. So I'm not even sure if I don't like to please them. I think what I'm worried about is I didn't please them well enough for them to like me enough to want to continue to have a good relationship with me. That kind of transitioned very well to my other point of why I wanted the financial freedom to derive at financial security. So another point of view of my financial insecurity right now I'm getting is because I'm afraid as I get older and older, I will lose more and more physical ability to make money. So I especially feel this in recent few months because I'm starting a new loan agent career. In the past, I used to be in a senior manager position in a big Silicon Valley tech company. Over the years, I slowly got used to how much people treat me with respect and nice words. Even though I know what they say is due to my title, but hearing it over and over again make you actually believe it's true, that you're actually good, you're actually very capable. So it really builds up my confidence. Then I quit that role and started my new role as a loan agent, which is a completely new industry compared to what I used to work at in the tech industry. So I feel like I'm back to square one. I'm back to a student or intern level. And everything is new to me and I have to learn from the beginning. In the very beginning of my loan agent career, I feel I don't learn as fast as I used to be. And I also don't feel confident in talking to my customers about our loan products. It's not because I don't think what I said is right. It's just I don't have enough confidence that make me feel what I'm saying is the right thing. For example, in my old role as a senior manager, even when I'm unsure about a topic, even if I hear about it for the first time, but for example, I'm in a setting where I'm in a meeting with a lot of people, including my manager and their managers, because I've got a solid, good reputation in the organization, and I know that my teams, my manager's manager, they all know me and we have a history, so I feel very confident to say my point of views or to ask questions. Because I know they won't think negatively about me. But in the loan industry, when I'm talking to my customers, especially the first few customers, even though I know the information of what I'm sharing is correct, but I don't feel very confident talking about it. It's just because I haven't got any recognitions or confirmation from other people to tell me I'm doing a good job. My customer can actually tell that I'm not confident, and that will cause me to lose the customer. So thinking backwards, and I rechecked the material I communicated with them, there wasn't any mistake. It's just I don't have confidence. I realized as I get older and older, my capabilities of learning get slower, and also changing industry is probably the last time I'm going to do that in my life because it is very, very hard and scary. 不是书本那样难. It's not like a book level hard. It's not the knowledge that's hard. It's just the emotion. I used to think I'm very resilient, but after I actually experienced what I have to go through in my heart and the terms, I learned that I'm not that resilient. Back on why the financial freedom is not what I'm looking for. Security, that's what I'm looking for. If I already have enough passive income to pay for all of my bills, I wouldn't be so not confident about what I say, even in the new industry, because I know no matter if I get your business or not, no matter you like me or not, I have enough money to live the life I want. This way, with not any negative emotion or self-doubt involved, it's actually going to give me more cognitive space back in my brain that I can communicate with you information I want to share more confident and more clearly, and it's better for both of us. Alright, rambling for so long, to draw a conclusion, instead of financial freedom, I want security. I want financial security, mostly because other parts in my life is already secure. So that's why I've been focused on financial security. I want to eliminate all the risk to reach my goal. It's kind of like how I do project management. I always see potential risk and I think of ways to mitigate it or work around it. In my real life, in order to feel secure, I want to mitigate all the risks and resolve all the dependencies, such as people have to like me. That's a dependency. That's also a risk because not all people is going to like me. So there's no way I can mitigate this risk. I can only work around it. By the way, do you guys think this is more of an expectation for women, especially in work culture? I tend to hear, or maybe I sense it myself. I'm not very sharp on this sensation, but I've heard that the public seem to feel okay if there is a guy is challenging the authority or creating more ideas and talk openly in conversations in big meetings. But for women, They're more expected to please others and be liked. Do you sense that in our society or your work culture? Number 2 reason on why I must reach financial security or financial freedom is because I'm afraid my capabilities to make money will deteriorate over the years. Especially in the tech industry, a lot of the software developers are fearing this level 1. I'm probably feeling this risk number 2 because the software developers are the people who are hands-on coding. In the tech industry, the technology changes so rapidly, they always have to learn new coding language or frameworks so that their brain is constantly working. As they get older, like after 40 years old maybe, they will not code as fast, they will not learn as fast. Then they won't be as competitive as those 20 years old who are just graduating from college, who can learn and code super fast and get paid so much lower. That's a risk. And for me, the reason why I say I'm feeling this risk number level 2 is because I'm not the people who are hands-on coding. I'm the program manager and the manager level. What I'm worried about is my capabilities to handle so many projects and actions that need to happen in parallel. It is actually a very demanding job we have working my role in the tech industry. I often have to juggle between at least 5 to 10 projects. And beyond the projects, I have to juggle for people management and also the quarterly things like the quarterly reviews, the annual budget meeting, the one-on-ones with our direct reports and our usual stakeholders. So it requires a lot of energy and my brain needs to remember what happened because oftentimes I don't even have time to go back and check a previous conversation via email or previous presentation that was done a year ago. I have to kind of remember what happened and find it really fast and then build on top of it. So I'm afraid after I'm 40 and my capabilities keep deteriorating, then I will be even less desirable in the tech industry. However, if my YouTube is already fully grown by then, and then if my loan business is going well, then I don't have to worry about. See, that's my way of mitigating this risk, finding other alternatives so that I can meet the same goal, which is do a meaningful job in life and also make a living. If I have achieved full financial freedom and have security, then the 2 points I mentioned earlier about whether people like me or not, if my capabilities making money has deteriorated or not, aren't so important anymore. And that's why I spent the last 10 years going after building wealth as fast as I can. Alright, that's all I have to share in this video. Just some realizations I've got over the months of going through starting a new career as a loan agent, and these are the realizations I've got. You know I like to chat a lot. Happy to hear any feedback from all of you. If anything I said has resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Take care everyone. Bye bye.